Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconiana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we are going to unpackage a group of lighters that we bought, I don't know, let's see, is there a date? It looks like they mailed them on the 3rd of January. These were purchased off of eBay, 4 lighters, from a seller that we are very familiar with and have made a few videos about at this point. I'm going to go ahead and pull these out of here, and I expect that these are going to be typically packaged per this seller, each just individually wrapped in some tissue paper or other similar material. So not the greatest packaging in the world. I don't know. I guess it's better than nothing, and you know, they weren't rattling around in there. So overall, I don't know, I'd give them about a B. Not the greatest packaging job I've ever seen, but not the worst either. This particular seller is one we've had much experience with, and I've bought from many times in the past. Had some problems with here recently where I'd bought 4 lighters at one time, and although they advertised that they would combine shipping, they did not combine shipping. eBay had automatically paid for those items out of my account and not even given me the chance to ask for combined shipping. So it was a confusing thing. I never did get to the bottom of it, even though eBay told me several times that they were going to retrieve my money from the seller, that they had overcharged me for shipping charges. They never did. But apparently the problem, at least with eBay's policy of automatically paying, is no longer a problem. So I was able to request combined shipping on these, which the seller very generously shipped all 4 of these lighters. Their typical shipping charge was $4.50. Charged me a one-time shipping charge of $5 for all 4. So all of these lighters were delivered here, and I'm into them for less than a $20 bill. So I cannot complain. This lighter does show a little bit of wear. Has a plastic case advertising for new Bahamas Star Ariadne Eastern Steamship Lines. I've seen similar lighters to this that were marked Gem. Very cool. If it's not new, it's very close to it. Very good condition. So there are some blemishes and imperfections in that case, but overall, happy with that purchase for the money that I spent on it. Here is the next one. Loosed from its tissue paper. It has a synthetic wrap, and obviously is of plastic construction, or at least that's the way the base appears. I think this pastis Phillip is probably advertising for some company or another. Looks like the wrap is in decent shape. The lighter has suffered some corrosion, but still sparks, so looks like that would just need fluid and would probably fire right up. So we'll see how we can get that cleaned up. Definitely happy with that one as well. Here is a cool Japanese-made Sports Series lighter. Golfer on the front, just green on the back. Some imperfections to the paint, but nothing major. Looks like it may be new. If it has been used, not much. Really cool lighter. Glad to have that one as well. I love those old Sports Series lighters. I know that that is something that Zippo did really well. Very popular and very valuable. But any of these old lighters that you find like this, I know that people love to see the Zippo name, but there are many collectible brands. Practically every brand that was ever made is collectible. I'm not saying it's as collectible as a Zippo necessarily, but I'm not saying it's not either. There are many brands that are much more collectible than a Zippo. And that may even include some flip-top lighters that you might consider a Zippo knockoff. This one is advertising a nice emblem here with a plate underneath a Trojan head. Looks like we've got I think that's the brass background color, along with purple. This is Trojan Floor Machine Manufacturing Company, Los Angeles, California. There's some wear to the emblem. Overall, though, really good condition. This one is marked Alco, Japan. Pulls out of there easy enough. And typical of your Japanese-made flip-top petrol lighters. No real markings. Sometimes there will be a part number type marking, something that looks like a P35, something like that. Looks like there may be some debris about the wheel here. May be able to use a good cleanup with some vinegar. We'll have to see. The hinge is nice, and I wouldn't say snug or tight, but I wouldn't say loose either. It feels perfect. It's good. It's a good hinge. Sounds good. I don't know that that is a $60 lighter. This looks like this was probably in a vintage market booth somewhere. Typically when you've got, or it could have been a garage sale or something. This EH was indicating who it belonged to so they'd know who to pay, I'm sure. But anyway, really nice little haul of lighters for not much money. Less than $20, all included, and with shipping. And as I mentioned before, the seller Lightersaurus, we've bought from him many times before. It may actually be a woman now, it looks like from the video or the listing photos. Either way, I had some problems with them not combining shipping about a year or so ago, but had no problem at all with them combining shipping on this one. The problem before, that could have been eBay's problem. I think we may have a language barrier with this particular seller, and I don't think it's necessarily anything malicious. I just think that sometimes they're not able to communicate as somebody who would speak the same language would. But definitely fulfilled their obligation with these listings and combining shipping on them. Until next time.